But it was kind of like a little bit of, they said not many people like know about the programs that they're doing on Zoom yet. So it'll take some time, but I'll mention it to more of my friends for next week. But anyways, I guess we will get started since it's a few minutes after. And if people come in, they can come in. If not, you'll just be watching me practice yoga. All right, so to begin, we're going to take a seat on our mats. You can come into a lotus pose, or you can come onto your knees, onto your calves, sitting on the top of your heels. So we're just going to take a minute to take some breaths. Take a breath from the day. Oh, geez. I'm gonna mute you guys. It's just my computer is bad. Okay. So coming into a seated position, we're gonna take a moment to breathe here and practice being in the moment, which is what mindfulness is. And mindfulness is really, really important, that you don't judge yourself for when your thoughts go to different places. So we're going to start focusing on our breath, breathing in and breathing out, relaxing the shoulders down, breathing in and breathing out, breathing in and breathing out, maybe closing the eyes, breathing in and breathing out, focusing the attention on your body in this moment. Breathe in and breathe out, and feel your body on the mat or on your calves. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathing in, maybe considering setting an intention here for your practice. And an intention could be anything as simple as, I'm really happy that I came to my mat and that I'm getting a chance to take a break for myself. Or it can be something specific pertaining to the practice, such as being strong, being easeful in your practice. So just take a few moments to take a few more breaths and ponder your intention if you want to set one. Breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in, opening the eyes up, lifting the arms overhead, gaze up, and exhale, palms return to the mat. Inhale, arms reach up, gaze up. Exhale, arms return to the mat. Inhale, the arms back up, gaze up, and exhale, twist to the right. So you're going to take your left hand and your right hand to the back next to your glute, behind your glute. You're going to take your left arm and just gently place it on your right knee and gaze to the right. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, making sure that you're lifting up through the chest. And breathing out. Breathing in, twisting a little further. And breathing out. Taking a few more breaths here, twisting a little bit on each exhale. Last inhale. And exhale, returning to center. On an inhale, palms reach up, gaze up. Exhale, twist to the left, bringing the left hand to the mat. Right palm comes to the left outer side of your knee. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, try not to grip your knee. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Twist further. Breathing in. Breathing out. Making sure that your chest is lifted, your spine is upright, not caved in, that it's up and awake. Breathing in and breathing out. And take 2 more breaths. Breathing in and breathing out, twisting a little more. And breathing in and breathing out, returning to center. So now we're going to come into child's pose. So for child's pose, we can either take our knees as wide as the mat, or we can keep them in the midline, right next to each other, touching. So whatever your body is feeling like right now, take the knees to whichever position you want them. So I'm gonna take my knees as wide as the mat, big toes to touch. Then I'm gonna walk my sits bones onto the top of the heels, extending the arms out and bringing the forehead to the mat. And take a few rounds of breath here. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Breathing in and breathing out. Trying to release any tension if there's any located in the body. Breathing in and breathing out, softening in those tense areas. Breathing in, maybe walking the hands further out, and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And next we're going to come up into our first down dog. So to set up for down dog, we're going to come into tabletop so that our shoulders are underneath our wrists and our knees are underneath our hips. So then on an inhale, we're going to send the hips up. The chest is going to come towards the thighs. The heels are drawing down towards the mat or flat against the mat. The spine should be neutral, should be straight in this position. Breathing in and breathing out, gazing between the knees. Breathing in and breathing out, walking the heels closer to the mat. Breathing in and breathing out, clawing through the fingertips, so pressing through the fingertips, lifting the knuckles off the mat. Breathing in and breathing out. On an inhale, walk the feet up to the center of your mat, coming into ragdoll. For ragdoll, you're going to want your feet about a foot distance apart or hip distance apart, about maybe not as much as a foot, more like 6 to 8 inches. Then you're going to want to hinge at the hips, micro bend in the knees or bend generously, grabbing opposite elbows to create a box around the head. And just breathe here and stay in stillness. Or you can rock it from side to side, following your breath. Maybe shaking the head yes, nodding the head no, to release the tension in the neck. Really letting go of any tension here. On an exhale, release the palms down to the mat. And on an inhale, slowly begin to rise up into mountain pose. So for mountain pose, you can bring the toes to touch, or you can take your feet again to that hip distance amount. So you're going to press into the 4 corners of the feet, You're going to keep a micro bend through the knees. Your calves and thighs should be rotating inward, squeezing in. You should tuck the tailbone down. Belly button should come up and in, engaging the abdominal muscles. Ribs should be hugging in. Arms should be down at the side of your body, palm shining forward. And remembering to breathe through all of this, through my instruction. Shoulders should lift up and back, and shoulder blades should be drawing in. Inhaling and exhaling, gazing forward in your mountain. And mountain pose is a really great grounding pose, which I think a lot of us need grounding right now at the present moment. Breathing in, breathing out, relaxing the shoulders down. Inhaling the arms up to extended mountain pose, and then exhaling the palms down to heart center. Here we're going to take 3 ohms. So in your mountain pose, with your hands at heart center or down at your side, breathe in and join me in Om. Inhale. Inhale. Great. Then on an exhale, we're going to take the arms down next to our body, coming into mountain pose once again. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come into warrior 1. So for this, we're going to keep the right leg at the top of our mat. And for me, I'm going to move up just so that I'm not extending behind the bed. Then we're going to take the right foot back, coming to a 45-degree angle, and your left foot, and then bending into the knee to 90 degrees. For warrior 1, you're going to want to square the hips off towards the front of your mat or whatever practice surface you're on. To do this, you're going to want to add pressure and put some weight into the outer edge of your back foot. Then once you have your hips straightened, the 90-degree bend in the front leg, and your back foot is on a 45-degree angle, we're going to inhale the palms to heart center. And then you can leave them here, or you can inhale, bringing the arms up overhead. Gaze can be up or straight ahead. Breathing in, breathing out, relaxing the shoulders down. Breathing in, breathing out, rotating the pinky fingers into the midline. So rotating them in. Breathing in, and breathing out. On an inhale, open up to warrior 2. So for warrior 2, we're pretty much going to keep the same structure. You're going to have the 45-degree angle on the back foot and the 90-degree angle on the front leg. Your hips are going to be splaying outwards towards the side of your mat. And your shoulder blades will be coming back together, hugging in. Palms are facing down towards your mat. And gaze over that right middle finger. Breathing in and breathing out, relaxing the shoulders down. Breathing in, fill up. Breathe out, let it go. Breathing in, flipping the palm, then coming into reverse warrior by bringing your left palm down the back of your knee and the right arm up and overhead. Gazing up at your tricep, or bicep, actually I think it's the bicep. Making sure that you're bending into the right knee to 90 degrees and breathing here. And then on an exhale, coming back out into warrior 2. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip our feet position. So we're gonna bring our left toes to face the end of our mat, and we're gonna bring the right foot to a 45-degree angle. Then we're going to bend into the left knee this time, coming into warrior one. So for warrior one, bringing that pressure and tension into the outer edge of your back foot, to square off the hips to the front of the mat, well, in this case, the back of your mat. Inhaling, the hands to palm center or up to the sky. Breathing in and breathing out, dropping the shoulders down. Breathing in and breathing out, gaze forward or up at the ceiling. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, rotating the pinky fingers into the midline of the body, so the center of the body. Breathing in and breathing out. On an inhale, opening up to warrior two. So bringing the shoulders in, the shoulder blades in together, hugging in. Gaze is over the left middle finger this time. And then maintaining that 90-degree angle in the front leg and the 45-degree angle on the back foot. Breathing in and breathing out, gazing over the left middle finger. Breathing in and breathing out, palms facing down. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, flipping the palm up towards the ceiling. Then exhaling, sending that left arm back and overhead, staring up at your left arm. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale, exhale, making sure to maintain that 90-degree angle in your front leg. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and exhaling, pulling yourself back up into warrior two. So we're going to flip our feet back to the front of the mat. Then we're going to come back up, bringing the left foot up to meet the right to come back into our mountain pose. Palms at heart center. And I invite you to just for a second to close your eyes. Listen to your breathing. Maybe it's a little heavier from doing those movements. Maybe your heart's beating a little bit faster. So just take a moment to ponder this. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And from mountain pose, we're going to, on an exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, shoulder blades drawing towards each other. Exhaling, fold forward. Then on an inhale, we're gonna come up to chair pose. So for a chair, you're really gonna want to send your weight into the back of your heels so that you're feeling like you're sitting in a chair. So for this, you should be able to lift your toes off of the mat. Really all of your weight is back in your heels. You're gonna bend into your knees, trying not to extend the knees over the toes, have them in line with the edge of the feet, the front of the feet. Tuck the tailbone down, shine the heart forward, and keep the palms at heart center, or bring the arms up in line with your ears. Breathing in, breathing out, maybe sinking a little bit lower in your chair. Breathing in and breathing out, rotating the pinkies into the midline. Breathing in, breathing out, gazes forward. Breathing in and breathing out. And exhaling, folding forwards. So now we're going to walk our feet about hips distance, shoulder distance apart. And we're going to grab hold of our big toes with our yogi finger lock. So what that is you're gonna take your peace fingers and you're gonna grab your big toes, hooking them around, and this is what yogi toe lock is. And you're gonna bend generously into the knees so that your chest touches your thighs. Then you're gonna drop the head down, release the tension. You're gonna bend into your elbows, drawing your head closer to the mat. Really, really trying to use your arm strength to get further to the mat. With every inhale, folding forward, every exhale, lifting the hips up more to try to straighten the legs gradually. Or staying in the fold and not lifting the hips or doing any of that. Breathing in, lift the hips. Exhale, bring the head further to the mat. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, fold. Breathing in, maybe lifting. Breathing out, maybe folding more. On an inhale, we're going to come back up into extended mountain pose. And exhale, bring the hands to heart center. And now we're going to set up for eagle pose. So for eagle, let me just explain the arm situation first, because that's usually where people get mixed up. So for the arms, we're going to take the right arm underneath the left. Then we're going to wrap up through the arms, bringing the left hand onto the right hand. And we're gonna want our elbows to be in line with our shoulders. And basically you're gonna wanna have a 90-degree angle. So you don't want your hands too far into your face. You want them outwards to come to 90 degrees. Now, if this is too hard, because some people cannot do this, what you can do is you can bring your hands out like this so that you're at a 90-degree, or you can hug yourself. So take whichever variation you want to do, and let's set that up first. So coming into your eagle arms, right under left, or any other of the arm variations that I showed you. We're going to bring the feet in together so toes are touching. Then we're going to gaze forward, finding a drishti. A drishti is one spot that you're going to pick to focus on throughout the entire practice. So traditionally, your drishti would be your arms right in front of you, but it can be really any other point in the room, just you don't want to be like, looking backwards or something that is right in front of you that you can gaze at. So breathing in and lifting up the right leg, shifting the weight into the left standing leg, micro bend in the left leg. Then take that right thigh over the left thigh, hugging and squeezing them in. Then you can either stay here and you want to flex that foot in the right leg, or you can wrap the foot around your left leg, or you can really, if you're having trouble bouncing, keep the foot on the mat. So coming into the bouncing version, we're going to tuck the tailbone down, make sure that the elbows are in line with the shoulders, breathing in and breathing out, maybe sinking a little bit further into your chair, or eagle, excuse me. Breathing in and breathing out, taking the hands away from the face to come to that 90-degree angle. Breathing in, breathing out, slowly release everything out. And shake through the legs. It's a little much on the left leg, so I'm gonna shake it all out. Shake side to side. All right. Then coming back to set up for eagle on the left side, we're going to shift the weight, start to shift the weight into the right leg, micro bend in the knee. Then we're gonna take the left arm under the right, coming into eagle arms, or taking this arm variation, or hugging yourself. So take whichever arm variation you want. Then we're going to inhale, the left leg up, And then exhale, squeezing the left leg over the right thigh. Flexing through the left foot. And exhaling, folding, bending in the knee deeper into your eagle. Breathing in, breathing out. Folding a bit more. Breathing in, and breathing out. Breathing in, and breathing out. Breathing in, and breathing out. And release from your eagle pose. All right, next what we're going to do is we're going to come into bridge pose. So for bridge pose, we're going to come down onto our mat, sitting onto our buttocks. And for bridge, you can use, if you have a block, you can use a block, or if you have a really thick textbook or something like that, you could use that as well. Or you can take a rest, whatever your body feels like doing right now. Always listen to how your body feels. So to set up for bridge pose, we're going to inhale and then exhale, bring our back onto the mat. We're going to bend in our knees and we're going to reach the arms forward. So you're going to want to walk your hand or your feet to touch the top, the fingertips. So if you can touch your fingertips, this is pretty good. You're going to want your feet to be facing forward. So your feet are going to be at 12 o'clock, toes facing the top of your mat. And then you're going to want your feet to be about hips distance apart, shoulder distance. They're not close together. So we're going to inhale and exhale. Then to set up, we're going to start lifting through the hips, engaging the glutes, squeezing the thighs in together. And you're going to want to walk the shoulder blades back and together, lifting up. You can either keep your palms planted on the mat, or you can interlace them, making sure to have stability, pressing into the mat as you press your hips and buttocks away and towards the sky. Your gaze should be up at your belly, so your chin should be a little bit tucked. And exhale, coming back down. So if you want to do a restorative version, what you would do is you would take your block underneath your buttocks, and then I'm going to lift it up a little bit more. And then you wouldn't really be doing the lifting yourself that much because the block is lifting you. So just breathing and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And if you don't have a block, you can do regular bridge pose. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Bringing the hips and the glutes back to the mat. So just for a second, take a breath in and then take a breath out. Now we're going to do one more bridge. And a really good way to also use the block is to place it in between your lower thighs. So when I was saying that you're going to hug your thighs together, when you're hugging them in, you're going to want to feel as though you're squeezing something in between your thighs. So if you have trouble imagining that, it's great to place something in between just to give yourself that reminder. So breathing in, lifting up through the hips, squeezing in through the thighs, breathing out, breathing in, gaze up at the belly, breathing out, breathing in, really squeezing those shoulder blades together, and breathing out, breathing in, and breathing out, and exhale, back down to the mat. So next what we're gonna do is we're gonna come into banana pose. So for banana pose, we're gonna want to extend our legs out in front of us. Then we're gonna come to banana pose on the right. So we're gonna come basically into a shape of a banana. So you're gonna wanna arc through your body. So you're gonna send your right feet out to your mat, and your hips are gonna be, your left hip's gonna be coming out towards the left side of your mat. Then you're gonna send the arms up and overhead towards the right side of the mat, coming into a banana shape. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, gazing over to the right side of your mat, and exhaling. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale one more time. Exhale, releasing it back to the center of the mat. On an inhale, walk the feet over to the left edge of your mat. Walk the hips, or bring the hips more to the right side of your mat. Then inhale the arms up and over to the left, coming into banana on the left side. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out, gazing to the left. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale in and exhale everything to the center. So we're gonna inhale, bring the thighs into the chest, coming into a little bit of a ball shape. Maybe inhaling up, giving yourself a little bit of a hug, or keeping the head rested on the mat. Then on an exhale, we're going to take the left foot and leg out to the left edge of the mat. Then we're gonna walk or bring the right leg with a bend out to the left. And then bring the right hands out to the right side of your mat, gaze over your right, coming into a supine twist. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhaling in and exhaling. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, making sure that the right shoulder is still on the mat, and exhaling. Then inhaling the right leg back, exhaling, extending the right leg long, and inhaling the left leg in. Then on an exhale, we're going to shift the left leg over to the right, and the left hand and arm come out to the left side, gaze left. Breathing in and breathing out. 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 Breathing in, exhaling. Last inhale, last exhale. And inhaling the left leg in, and then bringing the right leg up as well. And then rocking to the top of the mat a few times. And coming into a seated position and taking your time. Let me just check the time real quick and see. Okay, yeah, we have about 5 minutes. So we're going to come into hero pose. So this is really great for stretching out the thigh muscles. Yeah. So what we're gonna wanna do is you're gonna want to bring your feet to the outside of your mat, and then you're gonna bring your butt down to the mat, and you can stay here. And if your butt can't reach the mat, using a block or a book is really great. You don't want to be sitting there for too long. So you can take the block underneath to come up. And if you have knee pain or anything, using the block is very helpful. So for me, since my butt can touch, I'm gonna come back. And I'm gonna actually scooch up a little bit so that you can see a little better, because once I go down, it'll be kind of hard. So you can either stay here, gazing forward, your heart is shining forward. You're gonna have a neutral spine. Breathing in, breathing out, relaxing the shoulders down. And then maybe walking the forearms onto the mat and coming back. You can do this and gaze up at the ceiling. Or you can take your entire back to the mat, coming into the full expression. And you can hold your ankles or your feet, whatever you can reach. And just feeling that stretch through your thighs. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale in last time. Exhale out last time. On an inhale, lifting back up slowly and carefully. And exhaling, bringing the feet to the front of the mat. Then we're going to come down into Shavasana for a few more minutes before we finish up. So we're going to take the feet as wide as the mat, bringing them to both corners. And then we're going to exhale, really slow and controlled, down to the mat, engaging our core muscles. So come onto the mat and just rest here. Let go of any tension that you have in your body. Try to let go of thoughts about the future and your to-do list. Now for this pose, you can keep the palms up for receptivity, to be open to new ideas and new things, or you can plant them down for some grounding. Breathing in, breathing out, maybe closing the eyes. Breathing in, breathing out, and let it go. Breathing in and breathing out, exhaling through the mouth, sigh it out. Deep inhale in, sigh it out, and let it go. So just focusing on your breath or an area of your body that you're gravitated towards. Maybe focusing on the hands or on the feet. Maybe shifting your focus to your nose or to your forehead. Maybe to your mouth. And then trying to stay aware of any tension in the body. If you're holding on to anything, just let it go. It's not needed right now. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out, letting any tension go in the neck or the shoulders. So we're very, very prone to holding on to stress in those areas. Breathing in and breathing out, relaxing the muscles in the face. Maybe scrunching up the face, make an ugly face, and then unscrunch it. Come to relax. Feeling the difference between the tension and the relaxation. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, turning on to your right side, coming to rest for a second before getting up. Maybe making a little bit of a pillow with your right arm for your head. Breathe in and breathe out. On an inhale, using your palms and your arms to lift you back to a seated position and coming into a seat. So coming to a neutral spine, you can place your hands on top of your knees, pressing onto your knees or lifting them up. Again, either grounding or receptive. Inhale, drop the shoulders down and back. Exhaling out. Inhaling, maybe closing the eyes. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, the palms to heart center, and exhale. Inhale, coming back to your intention, and exhaling out. Inhaling in, exhaling, let it go. And on an inhale, bring the palms up to in between your brows or your third eye chakra. The light and divine in me recognizes the light and the divine in you. I thank you for following me and coming to practice with me today. And I'm really happy that we're all here together virtually and getting a chance to practice, getting a chance to move around, even though we're a little kind of constrained to our houses. Inhale in and exhale, bowing. Namaste. And you can bring your palms down to the mat or to the ground to seal your practice. This is something that I learned in Yoga 1 at Westchester with Allison Donnelly. So just taking a chance to be grateful for what you have. Being grateful that hopefully that you have adequate food and water and heat and supplies. Inhaling in and exhaling. Inhaling back up if you haven't done so. So I'd like to thank you all for practicing with me and watching my yoga. I'm not sure, this might be uploaded on the Contemplative website. Hopefully it will, just since we didn't have too many viewers tonight. But I thank you all for coming out and watching, and have a great rest of your night and stay safe.